Hello viewers, you're once more welcome to Shantia's Haven, where we talk about the family. We treat every issue that has to do with family, especially parenting. I hope the parenting journey has been beautiful so far. Today we are visiting a wonderful brother, a wonderful father, a wonderful husband. We are visiting Foso Axel, and I have been following his status for some time now, and on that his status I realized that he is someone who is a family man, and I was keen to following this last episode of some things he was showing on his status, and that's why we have this episode today. Please don't go away. We are here with Foso. Hello, Foso.
Hello.
You're welcome to Shantia's Haven.
Thank you for having me.
A safe place for the family where we talk about everything that has to do with the family. And I must say that I'm very impressed by your drive towards family life. I follow your status and I see a lot family, something family there, because I see mostly women doing this kind of things, and to find a man who is into this is a laudable effort.
Thank you very much for having me again. And yeah, I think that my motto is family first. So
Okay.
That's why I do a lot of the things I do. I'm very much motivated towards
Family.
achieving family. My belief is that if we fix family, if we do family right, every other thing in society goes right.
If we do family right, every other thing in the society will be right. That's Foso for you. So this your family drive, or this your mind about family, did you learn it from somebody? What is your motivation? What pushed you to do this kind of thing?
I always had it deep within me.
Okay.
But I did not have the opportunity to have a lot of role models I could look up to early on in this domain of family, of putting my family first and living for my family.
Okay.
But when I was preparing to get married, I really got good counseling, good premarital counseling that emphasized the importance of family, and I understood what I was getting into.
Hey, he just mentioned something. Before he got married, he got good premarital counseling. Are you about to get married? Did you get premarital counseling? Have you had premarital counseling? It is important. You don't know it all. They say that love is blind, but marriage restores its sight. So you want to have this marital counseling from people who have gone ahead of you and who have known better, so that you would avoid some mistakes that these married people make when they get into their homes. So I from your status, what I viewed was you talked about Family Week.
Yes.
What is this Family Week? What is it about? I don't know. What do you mean by Family Week?
So every year, from the first year we got married, we instituted this habit of having a week for our family to celebrate ourselves, to celebrate our family, to review the past year, to pray together, to plan the new year. So the first year, we actually started by taking just a day. It wasn't a week, but we realized not long after that one day was not enough. So we just wanted to have a family day. So we decided to extend it to have an entire week every year dedicated to our family, where my wife, I, and our daughter, and even the future children to come, we would like to spend some time, discuss our needs, evaluate ourselves for the past years, what happened well this year, what could we have done better, and so on, and then plan the future here coming ahead. Also pray about our goals, our projects. It's a retreat time, but it's also an enjoyment time. It's also a celebration time. As a family, we also celebrate God's goodness and faithfulness all through the past year in our lives, and the achievements we had, the positives that happened all through the past year.
Okay, so during this family week, what are some of the things you do?
We have outings. Most of the times we like to spend at least a few nights, 1 or 2 nights out of home, in a different environment. Being in a different environment also creates that sensation of being on a vacation, a sensation of being able to discuss openly about some of the things that maybe taking ourselves out. You see, it brings more sense to the retreat. So we have outings during the week. We could eat out a few times. We could spend the retreat time in a fun place where there will be playgrounds and things that we can enjoy as a family. We also always have sometimes form of Thanksgiving, some form of expressing our gratitude also by reaching out to other people. Like there's been a year we went to visit some orphanage. There's been sometimes just in church. This year we mostly stretch our arms towards family, extended family, but we and some brethren in need. But we always find a way to also put a little bit of something to say thank you to God, especially, but also to just bless another person, another family, people out there.
You know, somebody would say, what is it, family week? Every day should be a family day. Or somebody would say, why do you need a special time to spend with your family? But listening to you talk, I think it is important. It is a good thing. When we see good things, we should talk about it and we should copy if you can copy. But when you copy, know how to paste correctly. Don't force it on your husband or on your wife if they are not yet at that level where you are at. So why is it not just every day? Why must you find a special time to do family something?
The family week has a lot of special activities itself that we can't do every day. You can't go to restaurants every day. You can't go to resorts every day. You can't have all the fun every day. Also, there is the daily activities, the day-to-day life of the house tends to bury some of the needs that we only find time to really express during that period. We also want to make memories. You know, every day is a good day, but we choose Family Week specifically to also make some good souvenirs of the week. One of the things I did not mention earlier about one of the activities is that we always have a commemorative t-shirt. Every year, if I go into my wardrobe, you will see Family Day 2021, 2022, 2020. So every year we print a t-shirt where we write the Family Day for that year, and we choose a different color every year. So it's also some form of a commemoration of like, milestones, one more milestone achieved as a family.
Wow, that's great. There's one thing that I saw on your status. You were talking about buying gifts. And you had to, how do you come up with that? How does that work?
Yes, so every family week, we also get a family gift. And the family gift is something that's going to be useful for the family, for the entire family. So something that we need as a family. So during the year, planning the family week, we try to save. But during that week, we'll propose and we'll look at our needs and we choose to buy something for our family for that year. So, let's offer ourselves something.
So what you're buying, is it something for the whole family or individuals? Is it like for individuals in the family, or it's one thing that everybody needs?
It's an idea we are still shaping, but it's one thing everybody needs. Why am I saying that? The first year, for example, we actually gave everybody a fixed budget. So I had an amount, my wife had an amount, my daughter had an allocated amount, and we went shopping. And everybody could buy themselves something they like. That's how we did it. But we changed it later on. For example, last year, we bought a washing machine. It was something the whole house needed. Everybody is going to enjoy it. This year, we ordered a piano. It's not yet arrived, but we ordered a piano because everybody in the house wants to learn music. And so we want to have a house piano for ourselves. So it's every year we want to be able to have something like that. The idea is something we can use, all of us can enjoy. Like, this is something we offered ourselves as a family for this year. Another symbol for that week, another symbol for the past year, something positive that added to our home.
Hey, parents and guardians, are you going to create a family week for your own family? How would you spend that week? How would you do it? It may seem simple. It may just look like it's normal something, but it is deep what he is talking about. It is. I really learned a lot from what he was saying. Every family needs that time, that alone time together, where you spend time with your immediate family, where you create this bond, and where you do all these activities. You may add yours. You may even do something different from what he's talking about. Create this moment. Do the family week thing. And when you come up with it like a tradition or a habit, even when you're in conflict, try by all means to work it out so that that season, it should be some time that you use it also for reconciliation, so that your family will go forward. And by so doing, you're teaching your children what to do, because modeling is the way of life, especially for children. They will likely copy what they see their parents do. Don't you want your children to have a happy family? Parents and guardians, what do you say about Family Week? Let's think about it. So coming back to family, what can you tell our parents and our guardian? You are a father, you are a husband. That is the part that is blowing my mind. It's women that you see a lot on social media talking about their families. It's women a lot who would try to, but this is a man who is doing it. So what can you tell the men out there about these things?
It's not right that it should be women who lead in this domain. Okay. I think men are the heads of the family, okay. So men should take the lead when it concerns putting their family first and the interest of their family, not just through provision, there's material provision, mm-hmm. but also through emotional provision, also to attending to the social needs, so security, to making sure that you are carrying a vision for your family. A new family is born when you get married, and that family is carrying a vision. Mm-hmm. You're not just getting married for fun or for love is important, but it's not just for because you love the person. Yeah. It's a whole new vision, a whole new family that God has placed on it. So you, as the vision bearer, as the leader of that vision, has to make sure that you push this out, okay. that you make sure it's working according to the plan, because you will be accountable for this also. One of the things that I started doing when I started posting this, I became shy because of the comments. I was afraid. People were not really commenting. I was afraid people would think like, oh, he's showing off, he's doing this. But I realized that so many people were learning, so many people were getting blessed, and some were not speaking. Okay. But as the years went by, like this year, I was really shocked by the number of people who not only told me that they so much appreciate it, wow. and they have copied and instituted it. Wow. Some actually sent me pictures. They sent me pictures of how their family had. They had sometimes, some don't yet have children, young couples, but also taking a week, a few days, a weekend as a family to go out to have a family enjoyment moment and a family time together. So I realized that, this is blessing people. People are actually benefiting from the fact that I'm sharing. I could have done it and not shared anything, and I was actually getting shy even sharing. But I realized that many people are benefiting, and there are so many people actually gaining from it. Wow. I even have unmarried people who wrote to me this year. Particularly, a lot of people shared interesting feedback about the Family Week. For example, there's a friend earlier this year in July, even before the Family Week this year, he contacted me and he saw something, a post about positive news on social media. He got to me and said, I'm so happy that you have been sharing. I'm grateful. Thank you for always putting this positive energy, this good news about your family, showing the positive side of things, because we only see negativity when it comes to family. We see posts about fights, divorce, and everything. So he was actually expressing his gratitude to me for always sharing these experiences that I have with my family and making people think that they can also have a happy family life.
But it's a wonderful thing. I think it is something to really be encouraged. And you said that you didn't have any model. You actually had it in you. You just liked it, and then you learned from premarital counseling. This aspect, maybe your home, you're not from a good home. Maybe you're from a home where you didn't see any of these things, or maybe you don't even know any of these things. But this is somebody who is trying to put it out there so you can learn. You can learn from this and start it. Just start, even if you cannot do a whole day, take some few hours and say, this is just for my family. Try it and see how it goes. Then you add a day. Then before you know it, you will have a whole week that will be Family Week. Some of us will say, that's waste of time or all of this. And you find out that those people, when they take leave, they have taken their leave, they want to go this way and visit here, they want to do this, or or they'll say, I just want to rest, I just want to have me time. But if you take that your leave, some people's leave is 30 days. in those 30 days, you say, okay, 5 days is given for family.
Yes.
I want to do this family week thing with my family. So you take leave when you know the kids are also on holidays, and you can really have that time with them. And you take yourself, and you can incorporate some of these activities he said he does in his family week, during his family week, or you add your own, or come up with your own ideas. One size doesn't fit all. It depends on how your family dynamics all about. But it's important, dear viewers, to have this family time. Remember one of our very first episodes on Shantia's Haven, if you go back there, ideal family moments. But it wasn't as developed as this family week I am learning from him today. It's something I have learned, and I want you to also learn it. It's a wonderful thing. What are some of the challenges you face coming up with this family week? Because we're talking, it looks like it's something so easy. What are some of the challenges you face coming, so that they can learn, and if they face this kind of challenges, they will know how to navigate?
Yes. So the first challenge is you just really have to be intentional to make it happen. Okay. There will always be obstacles. Okay. There will always be reasons why you shouldn't do it now.
All right.
Other needs, because to have a family celebration moment, depending on your budget, it could cost a little bit. It might not. You must not do the most grandiose, like I said. You just have to do what suits your needs and what you're able to afford. But when you have other needs, you might think it's not important. Let me push this to next year. Let me do this. But you have to be intentional and sacrificial to know, hey, my family is very important. Okay. It's so important that I'm going to set aside this money to have a nice moment with my family, to spend time also sharing values. It must not be about the finances again. It could just be about the retreat time. It could be about the play time. Having a moment that the family feels bonded, feels refreshed. It's like a honeymoon, but for the family, not just a man and his wife, but the children involved. Everybody can have a memory about that. So it gets challenging, but you should be able to do that. Another challenge is people's opinions. That's a challenge I faced. What do people say, especially extended family or some say brethren who might not always understand your value system, who might not understand why is this person spending this amount on his family, why is this person taking off this amount of time to just celebrate with his family. And the truth is, I'm responsible for my family. It's my family, and it's my responsibility.
Yes.
I have to make the decision that's best for my family, and I will disregard third parties' opinions when it concerns my putting my family first. So that could be a challenge, but I always overcome it. Make sure that you put your family first. Whatever they think they should.
So yes, we have challenges, but you must be intentional about it so that you can surpass these challenges. What last word would you give to our viewers, especially the men, about this promoting their family, putting their family first, their wives, their children, the men?
Yes, to the men I say it's our responsibility. It's our responsibility to put our family first, to lead the family. We tend to lead in some aspects and neglect some other aspects which are equally important, which are actually sometimes even more important than the things we think we are doing. It's easier, according to me, to just provide money and don't care about it.
Don't give the money, they'll pay the fees, but then
it's more difficult to actually be emotionally involved in the day-to-day life of the family. But it's our responsibility. We are the leaders of the home, and we have to make sure that the home succeeds as a whole.
That's right.
So that's the advice I'll give the men, to take the place and put their family first.
So, dear men, we come in peace. Put your family first. Take the lead. Don't leave the women do all the work, please. And dear wives and women, also take initiative to put your family first, because there are some who also don't know these things. We don't know it all. We learn every day on Shantia's Haven. Remember to always leave it better than you met it. See you some other time on Shantia's Haven. Bye-bye.